Sometimes I close my eyes, I don't want to show.
This is episode 29 of the A Free Spirit Life podcast.
I wanna go to be free, to feel free, to be.
Hey there, it's Shannon. How are you today? I am so happy that you are listening. This is a show about sleep. So stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite tips on how to create an evening ritual for peaceful sleep. So doesn't that sound lovely? So many of us are sleep deprived, and when we don't get enough sleep, it affects everything. You know, you've seen the studies. There's lots of studies going on right now about how sleep affects our brains, our bodies, and how it causes more stress in our lives. I'm actually going to share a really in-depth article from National Geographic about sleep in the show notes. So if you want to read more details on the science behind sleep, check that out. I especially like how they're learning that when you look at screens, your phone, TV, iPad before you go to bed, that it actually stimulates the part of your brain that stays awake, and it can keep you awake up to 90 minutes after you've looked at that. And how many of us check our phones right before we go to bed? I mean, you're staring right at it, looking at Facebook, turning it off, laying in bed, and then wondering, why am I tossing and turning? Why can't I fall asleep? Now, of course, you know I am not a doctor. If there's a medical reason that's keeping you up, make sure to find the right support for that. But this show is about the emotional and spiritual support that you can start doing today, tonight, in your evening ritual to help you sleep better, to help you fall asleep quickly, to help you stay asleep, to help you remember your dreams. That's what this show is about today. Before I go into those details, if you like this podcast, go to iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you listen to podcasts. Please take the time to leave a review. When you rate and review my show, it helps other women like you find it. And if you live in the Kansas City area or you want to travel, I have many women traveling from all over the states to visit me this fall at 2 retreats that I'm hosting. I will leave that information in the show notes. If you go to afreespiritlife.com/retreats, you will find the information there. I have 1 spot remaining in each retreat, and it would be an honor to have you join us. We'll be doing yoga, guided meditation, walking in 88 acres of woods. It's at a beautiful retreat house, and amazing women coming together to journal, to rest, to laugh, to make art, to eat amazing food. It's a reset that we all deserve. We're all busy, our plates are full, and you can come on retreat and let someone else take care of you. It's a beautiful experience. It will renew and restore your heart and soul, and I'd love for you to come and join us. Okay, so maybe you can't travel to a retreat just yet, but you can start to treat yourself and your bedtime like a mini retreat. And the way to do that is to create a simple, very simple evening ritual that will honor your need for peaceful sleep. So I love this quote. It says, "Each night when I go to bed, I die. And the next morning when I wake up, I am reborn." And that may sound morbid to some of you, but when you remember that you are going away, in essence, you are renewing and saying goodbye to this day as you go to sleep, then the next morning, as you honor the day and you give thanks for being alive, you can remember that this day is a new beginning. This day is a fresh, clean slate. And we see all this information out there about the importance of creating a morning ritual, which I am all for. I love it. But I believe if we don't have a good evening ritual, it doesn't matter what we have planned for in the morning, we're setting ourselves up for failure. We're going to wake up grumpy, we're going to wake up late, we're going to wake up rushing, and we're going to wake up feeling distressed because we can't get to the morning ritual that we so desperately want to get to. And so think about when you go to sleep that you are, in essence, dying and waking up reborn. And it gives you the opportunity to start over every single day. What a gift, right? So we want to treat that opportunity or that experience of going to sleep as an opportunity to begin again. So why is sleep so important? I think most of us have that understanding. We know that sleep deprivation causes higher anxiety, depressed feelings. It really disrupts your natural rhythm. It can make you feel more irritable about just the little things that are going on. You just feel more irritated when you don't get enough sleep. And then, of course, being tired in the morning leads to poor decisions, and you feel kind of cloudy the rest of the day. So you might not eat the best breakfast, and you might snap at the kids as you're trying to get to school, and then you might reach for that donut once you get to work, all because you haven't gotten enough sleep and you're just not really fully present to make better choices for yourself. So getting more sleep improves your mood and your memory. It helps you make those healthier choices. I know for me, if I get more sleep, I am definitely less irritable and I have less depressed feelings. I can be a bear if I don't get enough sleep. It lowers your stress. You can think more clearly. And overall, you just feel better. You feel more energized when you get more sleep. So my tips for getting more peaceful sleep, these are just simple things to think about. When you're going to watch TV, try to watch it, at least 60 minutes, even 30 minutes before you go to bed is better than just turning off the TV and trying to go to sleep. So give yourself at least an hour to 30 minutes before you get into bed to turn off your TV, your phone, any screen that you would look at. If you prefer to read before bed, try to do it with a book and not your Kindle. Watch what you eat in the day, especially right before bed. The later you have caffeine or alcohol or chocolate, those things are going to affect your sleep. If you do exercise, try to exercise, in the morning, they say, is even the best. It really actually helps you sleep better, but at least 4 hours before you're going to go to sleep. Because a lot of times, and I know this from experience, sometimes I go to an evening workout class and then I'm just revved up. I'm more energized and then I stay up too late because I'm got all this energy and then hence wake up grouchy the next day. If you are going to watch TV in the evening, really eliminate toxic television. I don't watch the news. Some of you like that. Some of you want to get your news, or you watch, look at Facebook, or you watch a lot of these intense, suspenseful shows. Nothing's wrong with that, but just watch what you're watching right before bed, because a lot of those images will keep you up in the night. If you like to take hot baths, that might be a good time of day to do that, or even a shower. And symbolically, what you're doing when you have water right before you go to sleep, washing away the day so you can get prepared for a new day. And then if possible, I know it's hard, especially if you have children, but trying to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep is ideal. Now, I still have a young child who comes in our bed, and he around midnight or 1 just wakes up and climbs in and snuggles with us. And I love that. And we're in a rhythm, so it does tend to wake me up, and then I fall right back asleep. But so I know that there are times when you're maybe nursing or you have young children that wake up really early, but even a better excuse for you to go to bed as early as you possibly can. So as you start to create a ritual for peaceful sleep, decide what that's going to be for you. Is it a 15-minute thing? Is it a 30-minute thing? Is it a 5-minute thing? I'm sure you already have the ritual of brushing your teeth, washing your face. There's certain things we do every night before bed, but think about, as I talk, what's one or two of these ideas that you could start instilling now into your evening ritual that wouldn't take more than a couple of minutes. Before you even do that, though, look at your bedroom. So many of us live in clutter. And if your room is feeling cluttered and you see, like, what I used to do is I have a meditation corner of my room and I would dump all the laundry there. And if I didn't get it to it in the day to fold the clothes, then when it was time for me to do my meditation, which I usually do before bed, all this laundry sitting there. And then am I going to do the laundry right then? No. What am I going to do? I'm going to climb into bed and skip my meditation and say I'm too tired. And so it finally dawned on me, why am I putting my laundry there? And so now I do not fold clothes in the bedroom. And I have a different spot that I dump the laundry. And so look at your bedroom. You want it to be as clutter-free as possible. Laundry put away. Close the closet doors. Have a beautiful piece of art or your favorite books that you can wake up and look at. You don't want to wake up to a bunch of clutter and chores to do. So clear up the clutter in your bedroom. And then make sure your bedding is comfortable. So you want to feel good when you get into your bed. You want to like the feel of your sheets. You want to love your pillow. And then one thing that I always love, if you like the smell of lavender, you can have a lavender eye pillow. You could use an essential oil diffuser. My favorite thing to do is to rub lavender lotion on my feet. If you rub your feet before you go to sleep, it's like giving your full body a massage, and you're rubbing every part of your foot. It is connected to your body. So you can learn about that through reflexology, and I'll leave a link in the show notes if you want to know more about that. But just rubbing your feet with lotion, and lavender lotion is a bonus, will help you sleep better. And tip, if you're a parent, do this for your kids. If you have kids that either have trouble falling asleep or you just like a nightly ritual with them, it's a great way to connect with them. Rub their feet with lotion. My kids ask for it all the time and they love it. And they usually do sleep more peacefully. Another thing that helps for peaceful sleep is to have a sleep journal. Now, this can be a journal for your dreams, or it can be a journal for your gratitude practice. It's something that you can use to reflect at the end of each day. So a lot of times what we're used to doing is we wake up, we race through the day, we distract ourselves until we crash, and we repeat, right? And so what I'm asking you to do is to think about, what is it in my life that's keeping me up at night? What are the worries that wake me up? What are those racing thoughts? How can I get those thoughts on paper and get them out of my head and release them so I can prepare for peaceful sleep? And so one thing you can do is just sit for a few minutes in stillness or even meditation. And after you've rubbed your feet with lotion, have your journal and just think about the day. Reflect on the day. What brought me joy today? What was a challenge I faced? What is something keeping me worried right now? And what can I let go of? And then always end with, what am I most grateful for? What am I most grateful for in this moment? And if you would like to download a free journal prompt specifically for journaling in the evening, go to afreespiritlife.com and look for episode 29, and you can download your free journal prompt. So here's an example of my evening ritual. Now, I don't do this every night, but I will say consistency is key. So when you are doing this, don't try to do an hour at one time. Start with 5 or 10 minutes of adding one of the suggestions or something that resonates with you, and then you can always add more to your evening ritual. This is an example of what my preference is, what I prefer to do, but sometimes, like my favorite show, Survivor, is coming back. And I, usually have to watch it. We record it after the kids go to bed. And, sometimes it keeps me up later than I would like. So there are nights when you're watching your favorite show, or you just want to veg, or you just, don't want to do your evening ritual. I totally get that. But in general, if you can try to practice this throughout the week and be consistent, same time, same ritual, it will get simpler, easier, and I promise you, you're going to start sleeping better. It will feel so exciting to step into your ritual. So my dream ritual is around 9:30, turning off all my screens, trying not to look at my phone, brush my teeth, wash my face, get into comfortable pajamas. I dim the lights and then reflect on the day. I don't always write it down. I've been journaling for, oh my gosh, probably 30 years. Crazy. A long time. And so I don't always journal like that anymore. Sometimes I just write down a favorite quote or a mantra or a reflection of the day, or I might write down something the kids did. But if I'm working through something, I always turn to my journal. So what I do though is reflect on the day. I look back, think about it. What were my highlights? What did I learn about myself? What did I learn about my life? What am I ready to let go of? And then what am I grateful for? Kind of think about that. I always ask my kids too at the end of the night, what are they grateful for? That's kind of our ritual together. And then I will either light a candle or I'll sit in darkness on my meditation cushion, and I will sit in silence. And I will sit and I will meditate and I will count my breaths and I will sit. And I will find the space, and my mind will race, and then I will return, and my mind will race, and I will let it return again. And I will sit and let those thoughts come in like clouds, and then let them go. And in that stillness, I tend to return to my center. It helps me feel more connected to that inner peace, because that's really what this is all about, is you have a place within you that is always peaceful. The inner peace is within you. And we are so distracted in our life, and we don't give ourselves enough time to just be. We do and we do and we do and we crash. We do and we do and we do. And we repeat that. But when we give ourselves space to be, to sit, to breathe, we start to hear the messages in our heart. We start to step away from all the worry and the anxiety and the thought chatter. And we feel again, and we connect to our soul's desire. And that's what sitting in stillness does for me. And so I sit in stillness, I rub my feet with lavender lotion, and then I try to get in bed by 10:30 and get 8 hours of sleep. They're not always consistent. I do get woken up. Somebody will have an accident. There are lots of nights where I'm not sleeping through the night. But in general, if you take the time for an evening ritual and you don't have trouble falling asleep, you usually fall asleep within about 7 minutes. So I have a challenge for you. I want you to look at your bedroom, look where you sleep, and see what clutter you can clear. I want you to start playing around with an evening ritual. What evening ritual would you create for yourself? Or what are you doing now that's working? And then what are you doing now that might be keeping you awake? There might be simple tweaks for you. Like I used to drink hot tea right before bed, and then I have to get up like 10 times to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, these are things we do habitually that we have to rethink. Like, why are we looking at Facebook and comparing our lives to everyone else's right before we go to sleep? Is that the most beneficial use of my time? What isn't serving me anymore in my habits as it pertains to going to sleep? And then if you can, try to go to bed a little bit earlier each night and try to wake up a little bit earlier. Now, if you're a nursing mom, just ignore what I said. But for all of you who are not waking up super earlier for babies, then trying to go to bed earlier and waking up earlier, it just resets your whole circadian rhythm. and it can really be beneficial to you. And then for 5 nights in a row, try this new evening ritual. Reflect on what's working, reflect on what isn't, adjust it, and continue. And then share with me. Send me an email, shannon@afreespiritlife.com, or go to our free Facebook group, A Free Spirit Life Community in Facebook, and share with us what evening rituals are working for you, what's helping you embrace the new day, what's helping you feel better in your daily life as it pertains to your sleep habits. Okay? I hope that this is inspiring you to look at your own life, look at your sleep, and start making it more of a ritual. Because crashing in just repeating the rushing mentality is what's feeding our anxiety. It's feeding our stress. It's feeding our overwhelm. And we want to break free so that we can reconnect to our heart, so that we can reconnect to living more authentically, more intentionally, and feel more inspired in our daily life. That's what this is supporting. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. If you would like a free discovery coaching call, sign up for one today. I'm offering those now for just a little while longer. It's a chance for you to learn what life coaching is and how it might help you in your own life. It's a free call. You can schedule it, and I would be more than happy to connect with you on the phone and see if it's a right fit for you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next week.
So you can pour this blindfold from my eyes, and I can find